guys, what's going on? Just want to give my thoughts on Kentucky landing Davion Mintz, a grad transfer from Creighton. He actually just announced this on his Twitter this morning. My initial thoughts are about this. I'm really excited about this news. We were hearing some stuff just yesterday about Kentucky possibly adding someone for next year's team, and specifically in a veteran guard, and that's what it seems like we're getting in this guy. Davion Mintz has played 3 years at Creighton, starting in the 2016-17 season, where he played his freshman, sophomore, and junior years, and then was forced to sit out last season in his potential senior season due to a high ankle sprain before the season started. And he decided to sit out the entire season so he wouldn't waste his last year of eligibility in college basketball. Looking at his stats, Davion Mintz increased his points per game average from freshman to junior year. In his freshman year, he scored about 3 points per game, and then he doubled that from his freshman to sophomore year, scoring about 6 points per game in his sophomore year. And then in his junior year, he got that number basically to 10 points per game. So obviously it looked like he was trending in the right direction. Just based upon these stats I'm looking at and some of the videos I've been able to find on him, he definitely seems like a scorer. Some of his best games in his career there at Creighton, he scored 17 points against Marquette in his freshman season. And then in his sophomore year, he scored 17 points against Georgetown. And also, the big one here that I thought was really big was in his sophomore year, they played in the first round of the NCAA tournament where they lost to Kansas State. But in that game, Davion Mintz scored 10 points and hit both of the 3-pointers that he attempted in the game. I'll get to that in a second. And then in his last year, his junior year, he scored 21 at Marquette and also scored 19 points at Villanova. Just looking at his stats and just kind of based upon some of the footage I've been able to see, I think some of his major strengths as a player is his ball handling ability, and I really think his three-point shooting ability is probably his best strength, and something that I think Coach Cal and what Kentucky coaches were looking at with this guy. In all 3 of his seasons, he shot at least 35% in his freshman, sophomore, and junior year. That is a really good clip right there. The biggest thing about him is, yeah, three-point shooting is a really good number, but he's doing this kind of stuff in arguably one of the best conferences in college basketball. I know Big Ten and ACC get a lot of coverage, but the Big East, especially last year, has some really good teams. They have Georgetown, Marquette, Creighton, Villanova, Seton Hall. There's some really good teams over there. So there's some good competition. He's putting these numbers up against those teams. A big thing about Davion Mintz coming in is the experience factor. Having a senior guy come in here now is such a big deal in many ways. We have Devin Askew coming in as a freshman point guard with the possibility of losing all 3 of our guards from last season in Quickly, Higgins, and Maxey. We really need some experience there in the guard area or guard position to help these young guys get integrated into the college basketball setting. And getting Davion Mintz is such a big deal for Devin Askew, but for the team overall. He looks like a really talented player. I'm sold on him. I think the footage really shows what kind of a player he is. Just based upon his message, he tweeted out saying, "BBN, I'm ready. Let's go." That's a really good message to see, and he seems really hyped to join the team. That's big news right there. And I just think having the experience, having a veteran guard like this with the young group is going to just go leaps and bounds for this team next season. So I'm really excited about the news of adding this guy. We really needed some news of landing a grad transfer or a freshman. We were running out of options in the freshman market. So as of now, we're at 8 players on our roster. I know someone on Twitter called me out and said, or not called me out, he just said how I was leaving out Dante Allen. I'm expecting Dante Allen to return for his redshirt freshman season after sitting out last season due to his injuries. But I'm waiting for that to be official, and I've learned for the past few years, I'm not going to announce things before it's official. I am expecting him to return for his redshirt freshman year. As of now, we have 8 players on our roster, including the 6 incoming freshmen, and then you add in Keon Brooks, who just decided to come back a couple days ago, and now Davion Mintz. It is 9 if you add in Dante Allen, but like I just said before, I'm waiting on that to be official before I speak on it. But yeah, really good news. I think this is a big deal with our team going into next season. We just got a veteran guard. I still think we have a possibility of getting Quickly back, and I'm not even talking about the bigs yet. I'll get that in a later live stream we're do today. I'm really excited about this news. Let me know down in the comments, guys, what you think about adding Davion Mintz to the team. What's your feelings on it? And stay tuned. I'm probably going to do a live stream later today, just kind of talking about the roster, this edition. So be on the lookout for that later this afternoon and towards tonight. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'll keep you guys up to date with player decisions, as there's a lot of guys still in the market and guys we're still waiting on. I'm really high on that Harms kid. I'll talk about that in the live stream. I don't want to talk more about that now, but yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll talk to you guys later. Go Big Blue.